Thanks, Francis, for sitting down with us. So you just got off your keynote.
Yep.
In your keynote, you talked about layering tactical RPA into DPA as a strategy. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think all too often people are, well, there's enough vendors out there talking about RPA as if it's going to, solve world peace. It's a tactical way to bridge gaps in my world to get to a true digital transformation. If you try to think about robots strategically, you'll end up being very unhappy with the end result. DPA is more about looking at the whole process, the end-to-end journeys for customers and the outcomes. And you can plug the gaps with robots where it's difficult to do integration. And that is really the strategic way to look at it rather than the tactical way.
I loved in your session you talked about end-of-lifing robots when you get those APIs set up, or end-of-lifing robots once you fix the problem. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Give us a summary.
Well, think about it. I mean, it's a stopgap, right? You can have the robot be the integration point, but you don't really want to be doing it forever because you're still sitting on top of all those legacy systems that are costing you money and time to manage and support. Someone could come along and change the user interface and not realize you've got an entire integration reliant on it. And so there just needs to be a plan to end of life those integration robots to something far more strategic. And it's easier than you think when you start with a gap that you've plugged.
So Pega recently announced Pega Infinity. Can you tell me why it's different from the previous versions and what it's got to offer?
So Pega Infinity, think of it as a great brand. We think of the DPA with all the technologies inside it, everything from low code and from integration and cloud choice and the end-to-end robotic automation that you have. And just putting that under an umbrella of Infinity, because we think of it as actually finally a way to start becoming a digital company as opposed to being an analog company that keeps trying to be digital with all these tactical solutions. There is really a solution in Pega Infinity, which is to get you into a true digital company and not carry all that baggage with you every part of the way.
So last question, what does it mean for a company to be digital in your mind?
Oh, so to be able to participate, so think of you're a bank. Your competition is a brand new bank, doesn't have any legacy, doesn't have any legacy debt. It can transact with its customers how the customers want to transact, through mobile, through web, through phone, or even through Facebook. It's hard to take those analog applications into that world unless you're digital. You can do it, but it's kind of a lot of, you still got all that legacy to support. And if you can do it in a way in which you can put a true digital process to end of life some of that old stuff, or put you on the path to end of life, you become as competitive as those new digital companies.
Thanks. Well, thanks for sitting down. Excellent
pleasure.
Keynote today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, love doing it. Cheers.